First game of the Rugby Championship, the Springboks against the Wallabies, and it is the Springboks who get the result pretty comfortable in the end, 35 points to 17. It is a bonus point victory. All that talk in the lead up to this game about it being a less than full strength Springboks team, some people calling it a B team, some people calling it a C team. They still managed to get a bonus point win over the Wallabies. That could be a strong endorsement of the depth in Springbok rugby, or perhaps a damning indictment of what's going on with the Wallabies. I guess as the tournament goes on, we will see which one holds more true. Either way, it was a very good victory for the Springboks guys at home. Game started pretty tentative early, neither side really able to get on top. I think the Wallabies conceded the first penalty, but then from that resulting penalty, the Springboks couldn't win their own line-out throw, so neither side was kind of going all that hot early. But Herschel Yankees gets the first try. What a game that guy had on 11 minutes, and it all comes from a turnover by Lowe. He turns the ball over, and the Springboks just heads up, quickly hit on the counter. The Beast gets the ball out. I think Elton Yankees tips it on. Esterhazen gets it. He gets it in Nkosi. Nkosi goes down the wing. Herschel Yankees running the support line as the one who gets the 5 points, and they convert it. So it is 7 points to 0 early on. A few minutes later, though, the Wallabies do kick a penalty, so makes it 7 points to 3. It was a penalty at the breakdown. And the Wallabies almost go in front pretty much a minute later. Salakai Aloto scores a try. The try is awarded, but the TMO has a look at the pass. The TV producers were pretty quick to show that final pass on the replay. They didn't go back to the line break. They went straight to Karevi's line break. They went straight to Karevi's pass to Salakai Aloto, and it was indeed forward. So, they chalked that one off, which was a pity for the Wallabies, because if they'd got in front, you never know which way the game would have gone, but a forward pass is a forward pass. The scrums were messy. Eventually, the ref had to award penalties, and the first one went to the Springboks, and they did have ascendancy in that scrum for this game for sure. 20 minutes though, Esterhazen gets yellow carded, and he had a few kind of coach killing moments. Like he dropped the ball, which I think he thought was going to Galant. His reaction time was a bit slow, and then he managed to get a turnover from a Wallabies offload, but then he immediately kicked it out on the full. So it wasn't all going his way, and then he has a high tackle on Banks. He gets yellow carded. But to be fair, just when you think, yellow card team needs to hold down, it's actually almost the Boks to go and score. It's Herschel Yankees again. Peter Steph du Toit gets into some space, which is a glorious thing to see. He kicks the ball. Well, I don't know if I've seen that before. He kicks the ball. Herschel Yankees runs through. And he goes close. But he can't score. Eventually, though, they do get the try through Diaka. Somehow he got that ball down from about a metre out. I'm not sure how the ref saw that, because at first it looked like he was placing the ball on a foot, but eventually he did get the tip of the ball down just on the line. So good work from the ref not to need to go to the TMO for that one. So despite being a man down, they score, and it's 14 points to 3, 7 points to 0 during the yellow card. Eventually, though, during the yellow card period, the Aussies do get a penalty. They turn down the 3. They go for a maul. They can't get it done through the maul, but a few phases later, Dane Hillepeti goes in for a try out wide. So they do get a bit of reward for putting the pressure on during the yellow card period. So they even up the yellow card period 7 apiece, and it's 14 points to 10, so the game's still pretty much on. And then again, not that long later, the Wallabies do get a chance, and they do have a fair few chances in this game. They just can't convert. Hodge gets a little kick through. Foley chases it, but Nkosi does really well to cover and snuffs that one out for the Wallabies. 33 minutes, Dane Hillepeti almost gets a double, but he just fumbles the ball. So Foley's going down the wing. He kicks it through. Somehow all he has to do is pick it up and dot it down, or even just catch it and fall to the ground. He can't do it, Dane Hillepeti, and he hits the ground in frustration, because it should have been a try. So they've had a try chalked off for a forward pass. If Salakai Aloto had just held his run, they would have scored. They almost got one from Hodges' little kick. They knocked one on. So the Wallabies did have their chances. I guess that's a bright side there if you're a Wallabies fan. But Springboks definitely able to hold them out. So good news there if you're a Springboks fan. What happened then? I've got some notes that I can't read as always. Scrums getting reset. Oh yes, I've got a note that Herschel Yankee says the Aussies have got an attacking scrum. He does a great bit of work on Nasirani, who's trying to get the ball from the back. He like taps him, and then from there the Springboks are able to get a turnover. So defensive pressure. So Yankees' performance is Herschel, not just about his tries, but he was also just kind of applying pressure generally around the park. 14-10 is how it goes in at halftime. Second half, Slipper has to go have an HIA because he gets Evan Etzebeth's knee to his head. Shouldn't be tackling that guy around that area. I cannot imagine many worse fates than getting Evan Etzebeth's knee to your head. That's pretty painful stuff. So Harry Johnson-Holmes has to come on and he gets immediately penalised at the scrum. I don't think Slipper came back on because, yeah, that was a hell of a knee to the head. 51 minutes. Elton Yankees gets a long penalty, but he doesn't have the distance to convert it. So I guess they were trying to swing the momentum back because they'd been under a bit of pressure at times, but defenses, as I said, holding out. 53 minutes, I guess, kind of a key moment. I think Phil Kearns has already had a moan about it. Taniela Tupou gets yellow carded for a clearing out on Alstad at the side of the breakdown after the whistle had gone. It's a soft one. To be fair, I don't know why he's cleaning him out because there's nothing doing in that phase. Just leave well enough alone. The ref did say it's after the whistle, but I mean, that guy's huge and he'd already started moving, so I'm not sure how he's supposed to stop himself, but again, he didn't need to be there. He wasn't adding any value by adding that play, so bit of a nothing yellow card, but it's a yellow card. Shouldn't be there. Yeah, and it was a pity because actually Rory Arnold had really disrupted the South African maul that was in the lead-up play. So the South Africans were mauling it. I was looking at Arnold doing what he does, reaching over the top. He grabbed the ball carrier, and I was thinking, man, this is what they do. And then immediately they give away a yellow card and a penalty. So just silly stuff. 55 minutes, or 56, and Corsi gets his try out wide. Makes it 21-10, so during the yellow card, that's 7-zip. And there were good hands in the build-up from Etzebeth and Galant, so I guess good skills all round. 61 minutes, Herschel Yankees. Bit of kind of brave decision-making. He sees some open space down the blind side. Tamua still trying to get back into spot. Herschel Yankees just snipes down the blind side. Nobody can get a hand on him. He's got a huge smile on his face. Goes in for his second try. It's 28 points to 10, so that yellow card costs the Wallabies 14 points. For the Wallabies, Ulysses comes on at hooker and goes off not that long after. I didn't actually even see what happened to him, but that guy cannot catch a break. I don't know if it was an HIA or an injury, but he doesn't seem to be able to clock up minutes because his body can never hold out for whatever reason. There's a fair bit of no scoring for about the next 10 minutes, although Foley does get a try. Beale comes on, and he actually added a bit of spark. I was not that disappointed that Beale didn't get a start, but he did add some spark. He gets a line break, a great offload to Foley. It's 28 points to 17 there. Still not quite game on, but at least the Wallabies were, I guess, a score away from making it game on. I thought the line out a couple of times for both sides wasn't all that straight, but the ref wasn't calling it. End of the game, 80 minutes, Springboks are on attack. They're going for a bonus point. They managed to get it. Reinach, right at the death, goes around Karevi. Karevi's defense opened up a little bit there. It's a bonus point try. And, 35-17. They kicked the conversion. The Wallabies charged early before Elton Yankees had started his run-up, so he got a whole lot of time to line that up, and he kicked it pretty solid. So 35-17 is how it finished. Very much a game of two halves when you look at the stats, because full time it's possession 55-45 to the box, territory 59-41, but first half possession 71-39 to the Wallabies. Second half was 61-29. So yeah, it's an interesting one that the Wallabies had a bit more of the stats in the first half, but not able to not able to take advantage. Run meters were pretty even, 304 to 299, so only 5 meters in it between the two sides. Springboks slightly more. Tackling percentage 77 for the Springboks, 86 for the Wallabies. Wallabies had to make more tackles with 101. Springboks 87. Penalties conceded, 6 to the Boks, 9 to the Wallabies, so not a whole lot in that. Run meters, Herschel Yankees was your guy for the Springboks with 54. Karevi for the Wallabies was 78 tackles. Diaka and Creel both had 14, so good solid defensive efforts from them. For the Wallabies, it was Salakai Lotto and Hooper with 11 each. Interestingly, Dylan Lades didn't come on for the Springboks, so there's a bit more of that not using all your subs kind of thing. You'd like to hope everybody gets some minutes, but hey, you get the win, I guess, and that is the most important thing. So yeah, Springboks team, which is not the A team, still manages a bonus point win. As I said, the Wallabies did have their chances. Forward pass, knocking it on over the line, so they'll be pretty disappointed. They conceded 2 tries during a yellow card period for them, and they conceded 1 when they had the man advantage. That's 21 points when it was 14 on 15, kind of both ways. They'll be pretty disappointed with that. Springboks likewise conceded a try during yellow card, so a lot of points scored during the time when somebody was off the field. Yeah, very interesting game. I was pretty happy with the entertainment on show. Good start to the Rugby Championship. You guys let me know your thoughts on the game. How did you think things went? How did you think individual players went? It was good to see the likes of Diaka back. It was good to see Herschel Yankees get his debut. Some of the Wallabies guys as well, kind of back. As I said, Harry Johnson-Holmes got penalised first act of the game, but I guess it's good to see him get some minutes because he's a young prop coming through. Gboka got his debut as well and seemed to be pretty good at scrum time. So yeah, lots to like about this game. Did you get your picks right? I'll have a look on Patreon soon and put up a video about my Super Brew picks because I'll have to have a look how I went and what my reasoning was behind it. But yeah, you guys let me know your thoughts on the game, and yeah, I'll talk to you again soon. See you later.